Good day, I'm Engineer Ejike Ejoa. I'm welcoming you to our online tutorial on software development. Kindly watch our tutorial.
We shall be looking at display, position, and floats in CSS. Instructor/coordinator, Engineer Ejike Ejoa, powered by Maspariko Global Services. Objective: master layout manipulation properties. Introduction. In this video, we are diving deep into how to control layout using CSS, specifically the display, position, and float properties. Mastering this gives you full control over element arrangement on a web page. Part 1. CSS display property. The display property determines how an element is usually presented on the page. Common values. Block. Text of the full width starts on a new line. Inline. Takes up only as much width as needed. Cannot set width/height. Inline block. Like inline, but allows width and height. None. Hides the elements. Okay, let's go to our HTML and CSS coding environment. And the HTML coding environment, we write our doc type HTML. Then below it we have HTML open tag, and then we have the internal CSS styling, and we have the style open tag. Then we now have the property dot block curly bracket open. We now have display block background light blue, padding 10 pixels, margin bottom 10 pixels, curly bracket close. So that also applies to other properties like inline block, and then none. Then we now close the style and close the heading. At the body, we now have our dev open tag space class is equals to quotation mark block quotation mark close. Then we have the dev close. Then inside the dev open and close, we now have an block. Then you repeat the code as you are seeing on the screen. Then after you have written all these codes, then you close the body and also close the HTML. Then you will save your work, go to the web browser and refresh it. Here, the block element stretches full width and pushes the text element to a new line. Inline element stay in the same line. Inline blocks unlike inline, but respects dimensions, and none hides the element entirely. CSS position property. The position property controls how and where elements are placed in the layout. Common values. Static, that is the default, normal blue. Relative, position relative to its normal position. Absolute, position relative to the nearest position ancestor. Fixed, stays fixed in place even during scroll. Then let's go to our coding environment, our HTML and CSS. Here we shall be using the internal styling. Then we have our doctrine HTML as usual. We have our HTML open tag. Below it we have the head open tag. Then we also have our style open tag. Then we have dot box curly bracket open, width 100 pixels, height 100 pixels, background light gray, margin button 10 pixels, curly bracket close. We repeat send with dot relative, dot absolute container, dot absolute, dot fix, as you can see on the screen. Then you now close your styling, then close the head tag. Then you now come to the body. You have the body open tag. Then below it we have a dev space class. We have equals to quotation mark open, then box quotation mark close. Then we now have static position in between the open and close text. Then we now repeat same for relative position, absolute container, and fix. As you can see in the code displayed on the screen. Then we save our work. Then we go to the web page and refresh it. Then you will see that with relative we shift the element without affecting others. Absolute takes it out of blue and stick it to a parent. Fix glues it to the screen. Great for navigation bar or clothing buttons. Then we now have the CSS float property. The float properties allows elements to wrap around other elements, originally used for text wrapping around images. Common values. Left, close the element to the left. Right, close to the right. Clear, stop floating elements from affecting layout. Okay, let's move on to our coding environment. We shall be using the internal styling method. Then we have our doctor HTML. Below it we have our HTML open tag. And below the HTML open tag we also have the head open tag. Then we have the style open tag. Then we now have our property close left curly bracket open, float, left, width 150 pixels, height 150 pixels, background, deep sky blue, margin right 10 pixels, then curly brackets, close. Then we repeat the same for dot float right, dot clear, then we now close our style as you can see on the screen. Then we also close the head. Then we now come below it, have our body open tag. Then we have our dev open tag. Then inside the dev open tag, we create a space and put class is equals to quotation mark open, float, left, quotation mark close. Then in between the dev open and close tag, we now write float left. Then we repeat same for float right. Then also write our paragraph code. This paragraph wrap around the floated element. You can see how the things close inside the box. Then we close our paragraph. Then repeat same for class clear. We also write the paragraph code. Then we now close the body and also close the HTML tag. Then we save our work. Then we now move on to the browser. Then refresh the browser. Then you will now see float let content like text wrap around boxes or images. But floating elements can mess with layouts if not cleared. Always use clear, put or a clear fix to avoid breaking the flow. Conclusion and key takeaway. Display decides how an element appears in the layout, whether it is block, inline, or invisible. Position lets you place element exactly where you want. Float lets element close to the side but needs clearing to avoid layout issues. Use these tools to build dynamic and responsive layouts in your web project. Watch our next tutorial on Intro to Responsive Design.
Thank you for watching our tutorial. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share and comment for one-on-one training on software development and affiliate marketing, or if you wish we build your website for you, kindly contact us on 080-3642-2829. We also partner with Azinonet Limited, African First Digital Contributory Scheme, where we show you how to raise capital for that business of your dream. Thank you. May God bless you all.